Billie was born in what most people think is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as Eleanor Fagan to two teenagers, pretty much, Clarence Holiday and S.A.D Fagan. So she pretty much grew up with her parents. And, her mom worked different odd jobs. Her father wanted to be a musician. And one day he went out to buy some cigarettes. And
classic.
and then stayed doing on the music. And Billie, well, she was a child of young parents. So I know quite a few of those children, just like from people that I know through the neighborhood. And it's like when you're like a child of a super young parent, you are somehow like just really super carefree. There's like no rules for you in a way. Like some kids come out different, but a lot of them come out like that, So, with Billie, like by the time she was 9, she was pretty much doing like jobs and stuff like that. And one day she was almost raped, and she was sent to a reform school. Right.
It was a Catholic school, right?
Yeah, a Catholic reform school. And they treated her like shit there.
So I don't have too much familiarity with Catholic institutions.
Yeah.
But I don't hear great things.
Right.
So when I heard that, I was like, ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
And wasn't it like she got punished for being raped, basically?
Yes, she was accused of trying to seduce the guy as well.
And she was like 11.
Yeah, so we don't know exactly what happened. But at the same time, she was 11 with a job, with jobs.
Yeah.
Hanging around the streets, 2 teens as parent.
Wait, she was in Baltimore or Harlem at this time? She grew up in Baltimore, right?
Yes, Baltimore and Philadelphia area. Her mom, they then moved to New York after to kind of like get away from.
Well, I wanted to go back on some of those points though.
Yeah, because she has 2 teen parents and she's like pretty much running the streets. I don't want to say that a child being taken advantage of by an older person is a good thing, but a forced ripe child, like what I would call Billie Holiday, where it's like you grow up, you have teen parents, and you're already out in the streets. It's like, I wouldn't say that she didn't flirt with this guy and she didn't, you know what I'm saying, do like, but she's still a child. But I've seen like really young girls do sexual things. They don't know what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? But I've seen them do things at ages that they're not ready to comprehend what they're doing. Like they don't
even really know what they're doing.
Yeah, so maybe she did do something silly, you know what I'm saying, or something that she thought was what women do, but she's still an 11-year-old, and that doesn't mean that you're granted access just because she did flirt with you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those things, because people were getting married and having babies at 12 in those times. Like,
that's one of the things I wanted to say. Like, so the first point is like, yeah, like when your parents are that young, when they have you, like they're still kids. Mm-hmm. Like they're still trying to figure out how this whole life thing works at the same time. So it's like they're trying to raise you while they're still figuring out how to be an adult.
Right.
So it's like this. So it's like, I don't know. It's just like this crazy thing where, yeah, you really are like all growing up together. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's why like there's some situations where like somebody has someone young and they say it's like their sister. Yeah. Right. And it's like your grandma is like your mom. Right. You know what I mean? And you get into shit like that. But like, yeah, that's just, I mean, yeah, so she came in, first of all, great starting point.
Right. Wonderful.
Right.
And then she gets sent to the reform school where I heard a story that she used to give the Catholic nuns so much hell that they what?
That they made her stay in a room with a dead body.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Is that not normal for Catholic school?
Sounds pretty quid pro quo for Catholicism. I was always getting left with dead bodies at school. Like, always. I mean, it's just like,
if you had to guess a number.
I would say about 666 times.
That's what I thought you were going to say. That is literally what I thought you were going to say. Unreal. Okay, so... Yeah, and then, okay, this is the other point. So, yeah, you were starting to talk about this. Like, back in the day, like, you had to grow up faster because the life expectancy wasn't that long.
Right.
Like, people only lived to, like, 50-something. Yeah. Like, people grew up fast. Yes. Like, people dropped out of school before even high school, and then they were just working. So, they were basically adults at, like, 12, 13 years old.
Absolutely.
So Billie got sent to this school, and then her family moved to Harlem, right?
Right.
And this is, like,
In the 20s, right? Yeah. Yeah, like
Yeah.
26, 27, because she was born in 15.
Yeah.
So, yeah, around there.
And this is the thing. I don't know if y'all knew this about Harlem in the 20s. It was kind of popping. Mm-hmm. And she got a little taste of that.
I try to do it. Try to have the juke joint.
Yeah. So there was a lot of things going on for her to kind of influence her.
Yeah, because like, they got up there and the mother was, pretty much turning tricks, washing floors, doing anything to just survive. And Billie was too. And she got out of reform school and she was like, working in brothels, running errands in brothels and all that stuff like that. That just wasn't for her. And her father was a good jazz influence on her because he ran away to Fletcher Henderson's band, who was pretty poppin' then too. I think like Chick Webb played in that band as well or something like that. So we mentioned Chick Webb in the drumming. Boom, boom, boom. Check it out. Music Maniacs with Side After Dark. Yep. So she started so it was clear that she didn't want to do that, like just turn tricks for the rest of her life and just like do like street hustles, that she did want to make something of herself, so she started.
Maybe she was just really committed to Catholicism and she wanted to be like Mary.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
You ever think about that?
Jesus is the way, folks.
That's all I'm saying. All right. You fill in the blanks. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
No, but no, that's it. So she started like just going around looking to see who'd play her, listen to her. I forgot who exactly she sang for the first time. She went into a club and John Goodman came to see her.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think... Well, that was who signed her, right?
Yeah, because he was expecting to see someone else. Like, she was singing around. She wanted to be a dance. That's what it is. Here I am with the story. So
Story time.
She figured that she could dance. So she goes into all the poppin' spots in Harlem and she's trying to audition to be a dancer.
Yeah.
And at this particular spot, the guy was like, no. Like... he was like, what else can you do? Like, please. And she was like, well, I could sing. So she opened her mouth and she started singing. And right away, she was booked. So,
just like that.
Yep. I mean, with a voice like that, it's just incredible. She did say one time that she doesn't like to just straight sing.
Yes.
Louis Armstrong was like one of her favorites, so and when you hear both of them sing, she does emulate him in a lot of her style. Mm-hmm. But like Dan likes to say, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
We're getting a little ahead of ourselves.